So some of you may know, some of you don't. I had a life-changing event April a year ago. I am now in a new location. I have a half acre and a new home that I purchased. Everything's going well. I'm going to try and start back my YouTube. Of course, the gnats are still here, but anyway. These are mostly zinnias, a few wildflowers. And then we have Mexican sunflowers that haven't come up yet, and regular sunflowers. They're getting heads on them, but they haven't bloomed yet. And here's a few more zinnias. And this is all on the outside of my fence. And I planted a few more seeds down through here. It looks like the grass might take it over, but anyway. 3 separate grapevines over there. I dug up some plum trees from Chad's, and then I dug up 2 of my blueberry plants from out there also. I've got 2 more to get. This is around my mailbox, but they're a little bit weak looking right now. It's been kind of dry. Also planted sunflowers here and across the road on the stop sign and on the church sign. They've all flowered already. It looks like they might be getting ready to bloom a few more. And then that's a Shasta daisy. And these little violets, they don't last long. They're perennial. These ones are chewed up with grass. I got to get out here and pull some of this crap out. But I have plans to put paver blocks around the outside and then fill it in with rocks. Put this tarping down this past weekend, and those are sunflowers all along the fence. These are gladiola bulbs that I planted. I don't know if they're going to make it next year because bulbs seem to get too wet around here. These right here. Then the impatiens that were already here is that bright green. Then I've got 3 lilac bushes, and then those are called knockoff roses. The tomatoes and peppers and onions and okra. That's a Carolina jasmine. Hopefully it'll cover up this whole fence. And then I haven't got any tomatoes yet, but they're starting to turn. And these are my perennials that hopefully they'll come back next year. The ones closest to the fence, I got at Tractor Supply for $5 each because they were about dead. And looks 5 out of 6 are coming back. So anyway, wanted to give you a little tour of the front yard. I'm getting ready to go in. Alright, so here's the backyard. I've got 4 rows of onions. Sorry about the noise, I live on a busy road. 4 rows of onions. I got a row of okra. And there's my peppers and my tomatoes. And I see over there I have 2 little tiny cherry tomatoes. I'm getting ready to get those. But this is just part of my garden. I got 1 little eggplant down here. I don't really eat eggplant, but I like to give a lot of my vegetables and stuff away. So we'll see. All right, here's my loofahs. They're starting to go up the fence. I've got some horseradish and a jalapeno pepper, so that should be double hot. These were some seeds I threw in there. Apparently they are flax. If anybody knows what to do with those, please let me know. I also started some elderberry in there, so I'm going to plant those on the outside of my fence, probably towards the end of summer. Then I got my lemon balm I started from seed. I've got my peppermint I started from seed. I had to buy rosemary because I could not get it started. It would get up maybe a 1/4 inch and then it would die off. So this is cauliflower, kale, squash, and zucchini. And that is my baby girl, Stella Jewel, who should be having puppies this week. She is a Belgian Malinois. Got a watermelon, some more watermelon, and that's my Steel. He's also a Belgian Malinois. I've got another 2 zucchini plants, and these are string beans. Got my cucumbers. I think I planted them too close together, but we'll see what happens. my white potatoes and I got my sweet potatoes. Basil looks a little dry. Just wet it down, so hopefully it's gonna come back. This is some sage. I started all these from seed. That's kale. And then you've got your lettuce, different kinds of lettuce. I've got some spinach. These, I can't remember the name of these flowers, but they're beautiful. I have some more lettuce. I have radishes. I have nasturtium. I have calendula or calendula, and I have chamomile. I have some starter elderberries that I started from a 6-inch stick, and then this blue sage came up. I do not remember planting it, but then again I could have, but it's just pretty. Can anybody tell me what I can do with blue sage? This is my Stormy Jade. She is also a Belgian Malinois. All they want to do is play. So here are some of my starters for next spring. They're only about 3 months old, so I think I've got a couple of roos in there that were supposed to be hens, but oh well. This is Wilbur and his girlfriends. This is Henry and all his girlfriends. Just remember, life is too short to watch it fly by. Love y'all. Forgot to mention, if anybody would like to send me some seeds, I would love to have some seeds other than what I've got to put a little piece of you in my home. I think I've got the address in my information on my YouTube. So send me something. Y'all have a great evening.